Welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Dave Putnam, who's the Executive Director for the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. Sir.
Pete, thanks for having me back.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. Long time no see. It's been a while.
It has. But always glad to come and be a part of your show. Thank you for having me on and talk a little bit about our organization. So thank you for that.
Not a problem. Well, tell us how long you've been Executive Director of the Miracle League.
Since November of 2017.
Okay.
We started out with a goal in Southeastern Connecticut to build a fully accessible athletic field for kids with disabilities in Southeastern Connecticut. And at the time, I happened to also be the Parks and Recreation Director for the town of East Lyme.
That's right.
And so it was just kind of a natural progression that we do it in East Lyme, and proud to say that our field was completed in 2020, and we've had over 500 participants from 40 different surrounding towns. Very proud of the work that our board of directors and our volunteers have done. It's been a labor of love, I guess, and yeah. So
now, how's the field been utilized so far?
Yeah, so we started out as a baseball field, and it's really turned into a multi-purpose field. So we do baseball, we do kickball, we do dance, we do lacrosse, we do soccer, we do our very popular trick-or-treating event every year, and so it's something that has become very important to us, that we're able to offer kids and maybe in wheelchairs and walkers an opportunity to trick-or-treat on a fully accessible location. And so if you would know, a typical neighborhood is very difficult for kids to be able to trick-or-treat. And so it's a sensory-friendly, accessible day that we have every October. That's probably one of our most well-attended and most well-received events. So we're excited, and opportunities keep coming our way. So it's exciting, yeah.
Now, from what I understand, that you guys also do the Oyster Festival, but due to the weather last year.
Yeah, we were really bummed. And the weather was awful all fall and all summer last year, if you remember. And so we always do it the third Saturday in September.
Right.
It would have been our 5th annual Oyster Fest, and it's a fundraiser for us where we probably make anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000.
Oh, wow.
And for us to get rained out on that event was a huge loss for our organization, or as far as, we're all volunteers and we're all trying to raise money to do certain things and to keep doing capital projects and that kind of thing. So it was disappointing, but I think we're moving forward, and we have some exciting events coming up that we're looking forward to.
Good segue.
Yes.
I hear we have an event coming up soon.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So Saturday, February 3rd, at the Mohegan Sun Casino in the Cabaret Theater, we have a magical night for miracles.
Okay.
And we have 2 performers. We have Phil the Magic Man, who has come to our gala, one of our big galas the last 3 years, and has just blown away our crowd with his ability to do magic, and then also incorporate mind reading and all this other kind of. So we're excited to have him. And then a local hypnotist is Jim Spinato, and Jim Spinato's coming, and so we have a doubleheader with them on, like I said, it's Saturday, February 3rd at the Mohegan Sun Casino. Tickets are still available. They're $100 a piece. It should be a great night out from 6 to 9 p.m. And we're excited that this is kind of taking place of our big gala, big bash type of thing, and then also something we needed to do to replace our Oyster Fest. So we're excited to have those 2 come. We want people to come and have a good time. We're not going to do any silent auctions or anything like that, but through the sale of tickets and our sponsors, we're excited that we're able to do this event and have a good time for everybody. So
now, how did the event come to mind? You guys were just brainstorming and said, what can we do to supplement?
Absolutely. And some of the other places have been very, some of the other organizations have been successful in comedy nights and that kind of thing. And the Mohegan Sun has been absolutely great to us as far as our organization is concerned. So they provided us the Cabaret Theater to be able to use on a Saturday night, which is unbelievable and awesome that they're able to do that and that they support us that way. And so we decided, what can we do in this beautiful theater, 250-seat theater, that would attract people. we could raise some money, but more importantly, we get the word out about what we do as far as the Miracle League is concerned, and also more important, and as important, is to raise some money for our organization.
So what exactly does the Miracle League do? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so we do activities for kids with special needs.
Okay.
And throughout all of southeastern Connecticut, and I kind of mentioned our field has had over 500 athletes from 40 different towns
Right.
Throughout southeastern Connecticut, Rhode Island, and so from the field, we've also branched out. In fact, we're airing this on a Monday night.
Right.
I have to leave right after this to go to our Miracle League basketball program.
That's right.
Which we do at East Line Middle School, and that has 48 kids registered to come and play basketball every Monday night throughout the winter. And so the field, since we built the field, we do other type of programming too. So, we do a bicycling camp each week that teaches kids with disabilities how to ride a bike. We've partnered with the Nyack Bay Yacht Club to do sailing lessons.
That's right.
And also called Take a Kid Sailing, so that we expose these kids to something they might not normally be able to do. So the captains love it. They get to show off their sailboats. Our families love it because it gives these kids an opportunity to get out on a sailboat for a day, and it's really a great event. So the field is great, and it's glad that it's morphed into a lot more as far as our programming is concerned.
Right.
We're very excited. We're continually our capital program. We built the field.
Okay.
And the
That's
field
right.
was completed in 2020, and then we continue to raise money. We've done this in phases. Our next phase is a completely accessible bathroom and storage facility.
Okay.
And it's just got completed. It'll be open this spring, and that was, it's cost, to do construction, any type of construction. So that was about $350,000 to do that. And then our next phase is what we're starting to raise money for now, is a fully accessible playground area.
Cool.
So when we're done, we'll have the field, we'll have something we didn't talk about, but Kevin's Courts, which is a fully accessible basketball court. We'll have an accessible restroom facility, and then we'll have an accessible playground area too, all at one location. Cool. So we think we're going to meet a lot of the recreational needs with kids in our area.
When do you think everything's going to be finished and up and operational?
That's a great question. So the field's operational since 2020. Bathrooms will come online this year.
Okay.
And then I would think, we're probably looking at 3 to 4 years of really hard fundraising to come up with the playground. So over a 10-year period, I think we'll probably look to raise close to $2 million, all privately funded. We don't take any taxpayer funding in our funding or anything, and that's something that we're very proud of as well. And I think we'll, when we're said and done, it's going to be a $2 million project that we can do that we're able to give back to families in southeastern Connecticut, so everybody can play.
Yeah. Now, as far as the playground goes, roughly, ballpark it, how much is it?
Yeah, so we're thinking between $350,000 and $400,000.
Okay.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. And so the biggest thing that we want to make sure is that we meet the needs of as many kids that have different disabilities as possible. So those kids in wheelchairs, those kids in walkers, maybe those kids that have sensory issues, anything like that we're going to think of. And then it's important for the cost comes into the surfacing, actually, because the surfacing's got to be wheelchair and walker accessible. And so that's probably the most costly part of the project. And you say that to people and they say, oh yeah, I kind of get it now, because it's going to be a rubberized surface that in case kids fall, we have to have that protection, and then it also has to be accessible for those kids in wheelchairs and walkers too. So we have a preliminary plan of what we'd like to do, but it is certainly a work in progress here. So we have a lot of places to go and look at. West Hartford has a beautiful, beautiful facility up there, Jonathan's Dream, and it's kind of, we want to try to model what they did up there for us here, so that we're able to provide that same type of level that they have up in West Hartford that we can on the southeastern coast of Connecticut. So
now the Jonathan's Dream Project, that's with the Miracle League of Connecticut.
Well, Ronit, yeah, Ronit is a member. Ronit, I can't remember her last name, but Ronit is a member of the Miracle League of Connecticut. This is something separate that she did on
okay.
her own, but the Miracle League of Connecticut does have an accessible playground area at their field as well. So, we're proud. We were the second, Miracle League field in Connecticut, the fourth one in New England, and it's kind of spurred another Miracle League field is now opened in Northern Connecticut in Vernon.
Oh, they did open it.
Right, yeah, so it's
Okay.
been open. They had their ribbon cutting up there, and from all, same type of thing. They started out with baseball, and now they're doing soccer and bowling programs and all kinds of different programming, which is great to see.
Have you been up there?
I have. I
Is it
went up to
nice?
the grand opening. It was beautiful.
Nice.
I'm a little biased, but I think ours is still better now.
Yeah.
But they came down, and it's neat that we had that partnership with them and the collaboration with them, and they came down and looked at our field and said, what do we take from here? What do we take from other places? And so every place is a little unique and a little different as far as the footprint is concerned, but the ultimate goal is to get kids out and playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And you guys also have a partnership with the Miracle League of Connecticut.
We do, and they were our parent group,
Yep.
right? And so we started with a program called I Can Bike, which the Miracle League of Connecticut has sponsored, and they wanted to do different locations. So we kind of partnered with them. When I was the Park and Rec director for the town of East Lyme, we brought this I Can Bike program down to East Lyme, and they had discussed that they wanted to help provide seed money for another organization in Connecticut to build a Miracle League field. And so, they came up with $25,000 for us to get started, and that gave us, and then we were off and running, and they did the same thing for the field in Vernon. So they're like our parent organization. We've now broken away from them. We're completely independent of them. We have our own 501c3 number and EIN number, and so, but we couldn't have done it without their expertise and their staffing and their support.
Would you mind sticking around for another segment?
Absolutely.
All
I'd
right,
love to.
we'll be right
Thank
back.
you.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Dave Putnam from the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
As always, thank you for having me.
Not a problem. Thanks for sticking around with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so what we're going to do is, I know we have a couple of different programs that the Miracle League runs. Let's talk about each program in a little bit more detail to
Sure.
give a little bit of a description of each program
Right.
and what it entails.
Absolutely. So we have come up with, we do a number of programs. So like baseball, we have to break it up into age groups.
Yes.
And so then, we break that up to usually 5 to 11, and then 12 and older. And then last year, we got a request from a number of parents that we start a mini program.
Okay.
So we do a mini Miracle League baseball program for 3 to 5-year-olds. It's a half an hour. They come out on the field, and it's, I guess, best way I could say it is organized chaos.
Okay.
Because the kids are kind of, getting used to just getting on the baseball field, and we get them up with the tee and get them to hit and run. They start running the bases, and then the next age group, the 5 to 11-year-olds, it's a little bit more of coach pitch, underhand. We do some drills ahead of time, fielding and passing, and then the older kids, actually, a lot of times we do games between the volunteers and the older kids, and it's neat to see
Oh, cool.
some of the older kids, hit a home run.
There you go.
Right, and that's really cool, or make a nice play in the play. So we kind of gear it towards each age group, and then soccer is very similar to that.
All right.
And where we have different age groups that come out, and we gear it towards the age group, and then soccer we do skills for half an hour, and then again we attempt to play a game, and
Right.
it is fun, and the kids have a great time doing that. And then lacrosse. We have the girls lacrosse coach at Eastlime High School is a big supporter of the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut, and his
Okay.
name is Phil Schneider, and he gets his players to come, and they give a clinic each week during the spring, which is coming up, and it's really cool to see that players interact with the kids. And then we do basketball, like I mentioned earlier. Basketball is tonight, same type of thing, 5 and 12-year-olds. We do a lot of individual stuff. We have the lower baskets. We have adaptable stuff that we're able to use, so every kid's successful, whether when they take a shot, or
Right.
they can make a shot. And then the older kids, we progress. They're a little bit more of a game style situation.
Yep.
And we talked about our trick-or-treating event in the first segment, which is one of our best programs. We do an Easter egg hunt too on the field. The sailing program is really cool. We're going to offer sailing lessons this year to
cool.
kids, and then we also do what's called Take a Kid Sailing. And so we partner with the Nyack Bay Yacht Club, and they have their captains come out for a couple hours on a couple Saturdays during the summer, and we have families that sign up and come, and the kids are able to experience a day on the water, which is
Cool.
really great. And so that's been very popular. We do a kickball program.
Okay.
And so, they came to me and they said, we'd like to do kickball. I said, yeah, let's give it a shot. And then, it was our biggest enrollment as far as the kids are concerned. Is
Really?
kickball.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so we do dance. And I forgot to mention the dance program with the Eastern Connecticut Ballet. They partner with us to be able to offer adaptive dance classes. They're coming up in February.
Okay.
We have 17 kids registered for dance, which is really exciting, and they do a recital at the end.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's really, really cool. So I think those are some of the programs I'm trying to think. We do our Ike and Bike program.
Yeah, that's right. Let's talk
which
about
is-
that one.
Yeah, so that's the program that kind of started all this, is Ike and Bike. And Jim Capides was a Park and Rec director for the town of West Hartford. Very friendly with Jim. He's East Lyme resident when I was the Park and Rec director in East
Right.
Lyme, and said, I'd like to bring this program that we do in West Hartford, and I'll be willing to volunteer to do it. And so it's called Ike and Bike, and it teaches kids with disabilities how to ride a two-wheel bicycle independently.
Cool.
Most of us take that for granted, and so when you see families come in and the kids really struggling on the first day, and they're on specialized bikes that have like a roller pin on the back.
Yep.
It gets tapered each as they progress, and so
Okay.
they finally get to feel that sense of balance. And to see the kids on Monday, and then to see the parents and the kids' reaction on Thursday when they are actually riding a bike outside for the first time. We call it Crying Thursday, because I cry, the parents are crying, and it's really a very emotional program for us, and one of the best, if not the best program that I've ever been associated with, either through the Miracle League or as the Park and Rec director in East Lyme. And so that started it.
Yeah.
We kind of talked to the Miracle League of Connecticut, who were involved with it too, and we talked about our relationship with them and developing that relationship into where we are now as far as the field is concerned, and that kind of thing. So, yeah, so I'm a huge softie, I guess, when it comes to
Sure.
doing programs for these kids, and to see them smile and see the parents smile, and that's what it's all about. I keep, they call me Coach Dave, which
Yeah.
is great, and I tell people I'm 0-0 and 150 for my career.
Yeah,
haven't lost a game, haven't won a game. We have 150 ties.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
yeah, and so people ask us a lot of times, what's the difference between you guys and the Special Olympics? You know, and so we have athletes that do both.
Okay.
And the Special Olympics is competitive, where the kids compete for a medal and a trophy, and which is great. And then ours is non-competitive. Ours is everybody, everybody participates to have fun and experiences the joy of play. So that's what we're all about.
Cool.
So yeah.
Now, do you guys do an event with the, and I know I'm going to blow the name of this team, the the minor league team up in Norwich.
Yes. So,
Help me.
Right. So the Sea Unicorns.
Thank you.
Yes. So we had a day up there where our kids got to go on the field.
Yep.
And it was special to see the kids. We had, I think, 11 of them throw out the first pitch before the game.
Oh, cool.
It was really cool. And then we tried last year too to partner not only with them but the Mystic Schooners, who's
Yep.
another college baseball wooden bat league, and so we're going to try to do some activities with them as well coming up here. So it's neat that people keep contacting me and want to partner with us as far as activities and partnerships are concerned.
Now, do you guys also? I believe the Miracle League of Connecticut also does something at Dunkin' Donuts
They
Park.
do a great, yeah, and
I got to get up to that event this year.
It's unbelievable. So
I got to get up there this year.
The Yard Goats up there are a great partner with the Miracle League of Connecticut, which is we talked about our parent organization up there. And they have a day where it's a Miracle League day, and our kids can go and sit out in left field and be a part of the game, and then run the bases after the game. And
cool.
It's a really, really great event. It's one of our events that's pretty much fills up pretty quickly when we offer it. So that's something we partner with them on that.
Yep.
We also partner with a family fun day, which is held at Harkness Park down in Waterford, which is a fully accessible, handicapped accessible park down in Waterford. So yeah, we have some really cool partnerships that we're very proud of.
And from what I hear and what I understand, you guys got one heck of a board of directors as well.
We do. We have 25 members on our board of directors. Actually, we have 25 openings. We have 20 right now.
Okay.
Pete, I want to thank you for being you're on our board.
Yes.
I appreciate you being on our board of directors and having you be a part of it.
And I also see what happens when you miss a meeting? My term gets renewed.
Yes, it does. Yes. Right.
See what happens? You miss a meeting and my term gets renewed.
You were Volin elected, yes. So, yeah.
Was that thanks to you, Dave?
Yes, absolutely. If you want to stay on, I hope you do. So,
absolutely.
That'd be great. And so we do have 5 openings on our board, and one of our is to reach out to this area. And I say this area: Westbrook, Clinton, Old Saybrook, where we're taping. And if anybody's interested in our mission and what we do and want more information, they can contact me or go to our website to find out. But we are looking for additional people to serve on our board of directors from other parts of the state. So.
Exactly. And as far as being on the board of directors, what does that entail?
A monthly meeting.
Okay.
We meet on a monthly basis, and then we like people to be actively involved, whether they're volunteering at one of our special events, volunteering to be on the field with us, volunteering to be serve on a committee.
Right.
But we're a very, very active board, and it's neat to see when you get 20 people that are all on the same page, the synergy that creates and the things that you can do. Right, and I've been a part of other boards where there's fractions over here and fractions over here, and nothing seems to get done. Right. This one, everybody's on that same page, and it's really neat to see us get to the point where we're very proud of what we've done. We've raised close to $1 million, if not over $1 million, after our fundraiser coming up here on February 3rd. And to be able to do that in this economy, and it's just, I think people really appreciate what we do, and it's exciting. We have heavy appetizers with sliders. We have burgers and chicken sliders and some other stuff in a bar. And they can purchase tickets on our website if they go to www.miracleleaguescct.org.
Okay.
You can purchase a ticket there, and we'd love to have a full house, and we can have up to 250 people there. Right now, it looks like our numbers, which about a week out from where we air, it looks like we're around 200 right now, and we're hoping to get some 50 more people in the house. So,
cool.
Yeah. And so you mentioned it's one of our major fundraisers for this year, and we also have a golf tournament.
Oh yeah,
it's coming up June 6th, and that'll be held at Pequot Golf Course in Stonington.
Okay.
And the owner of that is Bob Tobin, and Bob Tobin is also a member of our board of directors. So
I was going to say, I know that name.
Yeah. So the support has been tremendous. And then the Oyster Fest we talked about will be our other one for this year,
and that's in
September. Third Saturday in September 21st. We have 6 or 7 oyster farms involved, 6 or 7 breweries, other food trucks, bands, all kinds of good stuff going on for that event. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how'd you come up with the idea of the golf tournament?
You know, the Oyster Fest got rained out
Yup.
last year. And
I remember that.
Yeah, and we needed another fundraiser to try to replace some of those funds. And so, you know, you look at what other organizations have done,
Right.
and I'm a golfer, so
Right.
let's let's do something I like and maybe the community likes and can
absolutely.
support behind,
Yeah.
get behind, and everybody have a good time. And then we also think our fundraisers are important. Obviously, we want to raise as much money as we can for it, but we also want to make sure people are aware of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe someone that's coming to the golf tournament from a sponsor or whatever doesn't really know about the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. At the end of the day, hopefully they do, and they know what our mission is and what we're looking to accomplish.
And the golf tournament's in June?
June 6th,
Okay.
Pequot Golf Course in Stonington, and more information will be up shortly on our website.
Nice golf course?
It's nice, yeah,
Is it?
absolutely, yes,
Okay.
yep, out in
Out
very
in
rural.
Stonington,
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and Mr. Tobin,
Yeah.
who is the owners on our board, he's been a huge supporter, and you know, I can't thank him enough for what he
more-
does for us.
For more information on the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut, where are we going?
Yes, so Facebook, Miracle League Southeastern Connecticut, and also if you go to our website, it's probably the best in www.miracleleaguesect.org.
Dave Putnam, thanks for
Hey,
your time.
thank you very
We'll
much.
see you soon.
All right, Pete, you got it. Thanks
You
for
got it.
having me again.
Not a problem.
Appreciate
Thanks, Dave.
it. Yep.
On behalf of Dave Putnam, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next time.